Sean, welcome to the Twitch stream. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. How are you doing?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Doing great. Having a really fun time here in Finland, and looking forward to these elimination games coming up.
Yeah, you're in Tampere, Finland now. Last year, and you were in Helsinki. Any preferences between either of the cities?
I actually really love Tampere. It's kind of a smaller city, but there's always so much going on, so much activity around the tournament, and people are really excited about it here. So it's definitely fun to be around. That much energy and excitement around hockey.
I'm sure it is. We got a ton of guys on the chat already. Mike Beamer says hi. Holler Honey, Lucy, Vitherson, Marcel Andre, French Vanilla. We got a ton of stuff going on in the chat right now. Everyone's super excited to see you. So I was kind of looking at your track record and just going back to the last 18 months, and it's hard to wrap my head around what the life of Sean Farrell's been. Between the Olympics, 2 World Championships, Harvard, the NHL, of course, and you're doing all of this while studying at one of the most highly regarded universities in the world. So how do you do it?
Yeah, it's definitely been a crazy past year and a half, I think. Um, I mean, for me, a lot of these opportunities I didn't think would happen. The Olympics kind of come out of nowhere, and then World Championships at the end of last year too. I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, I've been really fortunate to have all these opportunities, and at the same time, I've had a great couple years at Harvard, and had so much fun there, and just really enjoyed every second with my teammates while I was at school.
I bet. I mean, it's a lot of hockey, it's a lot of travel, a lot of change, and a lot of new faces. But I'm sure when you look back, you're going to be happy you sort of took up on all those opportunities and live life to the fullest as a 20, 21-year-old. Obviously, you came to Montreal at the end of the season, played 6 games here with the Habs. Have you had a chance to explore the city or anything at all?
Not really, honestly. Feel like while I was here, I was just kind of focused on trying to play hockey and getting to know the guys and the coaches and everyone around the rink. So there's definitely some more exploring for me to do when I'm back there. But yeah, overall, I love the city. I was, downtown at one of the hotels, so I was able to walk to the rink a lot and enjoy just, being around everyone there, and seemed like a great city. And I've heard everyone else, who's there loves it as well.
I can confirm it is a great city, and I'm sure you will love it whenever you come back in the summer or the fall. Okay, we got our first fan question here from Tatar. It says, "Hello, Sean. How did it feel to score your first NHL goal in the Bell Center? I know it was a lucky bounce, but hey, a goal is a goal."
Yeah, yeah, it was amazing. I think just hearing the crowd become that loud, and I've never heard a rink that loud in my life. So um, that was my first shift in the Bell Center, and got a really fortunate bounce. But yeah, it was an amazing feeling. I mean, I didn't even see it go in. I think Gally and Evans were on the ice with me, and they were both celebrating before I did. So then I just started to celebrate too. So yeah, it was a really cool moment.
Yeah, I remember I was working that game in the press box, and I feel like I wasn't even done my pregame stuff before he'd scored. And normally, like if we're on our laptops and stuff, we can kind of get a sense of when we're about to score, just because the crowd starts like getting loud. But that goal
Yeah,
really came out of nowhere, so I was as surprised as you were. But of course, we were
yeah.
fired for you. Next question here from Med Necro. Hey Sean, what is the thing you want to improve the most during the off season?
I think just trying to get stronger. So a lot of focus will be in the weight room. I think guys in the NHL are so strong, and obviously a lot older. So for me to be able to win puck battles and contribute and keep the puck on my stick, I'll definitely have to get a little bit stronger, and be able to win some battles against those guys.
Yeah. Do you feel like playing in the Olympics and playing at the World Championships before making that jump to the NHL kind of helped ease the transition of playing against these older and more mature guys?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like it gave me a little taste of what it's like, but nowhere in the world is like the NHL. Like it's the best league on earth, and the best players on earth are there too. So I think it definitely helped a little bit, but playing there for 6 games definitely makes me realize even more that I need to continue to work on things this summer.
I'm sure it'll come. Another question here from IK Noah. What has been the biggest difference between the NCAA and the NHL?
Yeah, I think it's just a lot faster. I think every player on the ice is so good and can make a really good play. So I think you always have to be alert, and I think uh, for me, it's a big difference was playing defense. Like you really have to be watching your guy and being on your guy, because the second you move or and you're in the wrong spot, someone's going to make a really good play and it'll make you look bad. So yeah, that's definitely the main thing.
Another question here from Huey777. So you actually worked with Adam Nicholas, I believe, with the Chicago Steel in the USHL way back in, what was that, 1920, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, around then, COVID.
How do you still keep in contact with him? How closely do you speak with him?
Yeah, yeah. I keep in contact with him a bunch. And he skates groups in Boston as well. So I worked with him in Chicago that whole year that I was there. I think it was, yeah, it might have been 2020, 2021 was that COVID year where I missed my freshman year at Harvard, and he was there in Chicago a lot, and I learned so much from him, and I think it's been great for me to be able to skate with him a couple times a week in the summer as well. And yeah, I mean, I really love his stuff. I think he's so smart, and makes going out to practice a ton of fun.
Yeah, we had him on Twitch 2 weeks ago, actually, and the knowledge that he was sharing was really next level. Fans loved it,
Yeah,
and even I learned so much too. So
yeah.
no, we're lucky to have him here. All right, we have one Twitchy asking if you have any pets.
Yeah, I do. A French bulldog named Callie. I think she's about 5 now, and yeah, I love dogs. My family's had dogs our whole life, uh, and yeah, I've become like a huge French bulldog fan ever since getting this one. Hopefully I'll have one of my own in the future.
Yeah, the French bulldogs are a ton of fun. They're funny little dogs there. Okay, Goop in the Eye is asking, who is the most impressive or talented player you've played with or against?
Oh, that's a tough one. Play with so many good guys. I think I feel like the most talented ever was Jack Hughes back at NTDP. Um, I mean, everyone can see it now in the NHL, but it was like you can never get the puck off his stick, and he still does that stuff now, and it's amazing to watch. But I feel like it's another level when it's against kids and juniors. Like he was unbelievable and so good in practice every day too.
Yeah, obviously it did take him a little bit of time to come into his own in the NHL, but I mean, that is expected for young players. And
Yeah.
honestly, he was one of the players that stood out to me the most out of all the players I watched this season at the Bell Center. So yeah, Jack Hughes is doing a lot of good things, and you can see the skill. It's very evident. FCZ Habs is asking, what is it like working with an amazing coach like Marty?
Yeah, Marty's awesome. I feel like I learned so much from him just a short time period there. I think I was there for 3 weeks, and he gave me a ton of advice. And I think for me personally, he's smaller forward. He kind of knows what you have to do as a smaller guy to make it and fit in the NHL. And he gave me a ton of advice that I can take and kind of start working on the off season, and hopefully bring that in next year.
Okay, we have a French question here. I will obviously translate it for you. Jojo 10224. Salut Sean, quels sont tes plans pour l'été? L'entraînement en voyage près de Montréal. So they are asking, what are your plans for the summer? Are you going to be training, vacationing? Are you going to be in Montreal at all?
Yeah, I think most of this summer's gonna be centered around training. I guess this is kind of my little vacation here in Finland. Um, yeah, but I'm not sure if I'll be around in Montreal at all yet. I'm at school for at least 7 weeks, I think. So I have a couple classes to finish up, and I'll train and skate around Boston. Yeah, but no big trips or anything this summer. Just pretty much all hockey, and I'll play some golf with my dad on the weekends.
Yeah, love a good golf game. I mean, I think you deserve all the rest you can get. Going back to what we spoke about earlier, it's been a busy 18 months for you. So you played against Lane Hutson this season, I believe, with Harvard. He was playing at Boston University. Now you guys are playing together with USA. Do you prefer having him on your side?
Yeah, he's not a as a forward. That's the worst thing to be chasing a guy like that around. I mean, he's unbelievable. Like he can make guys look silly pretty quickly, and yeah, I mean saw it on the ice last year at development camp. Like his hockey sense and his skills are next level, and yeah, he's just an incredible player, and really enjoyed getting to know him more as we've been here in Finland.
He's already scored two beautiful goals at the World Championship. One yesterday and then one last week when he went end to end there. All right, Rocktos is asking. Obviously, there's a difference between the NCAA and the NHL, but is there anything that surprised you the most when you made the step to the big leagues?
Um, I mean, I guess the big thing is just the schedule and actually how much hockey it is. In the NCAA, you play twice uh, a weekend, and probably played like 30 games this year. So to be playing every other day and being on the ice, for morning skates and that, uh, I think definitely surprised me a little bit, and it's a little bit of adjustment just having a schedule that's so hockey intensive. Where at school, like there's definitely that balance between school hockey and being in the dorm with the rest of the guys. So that was a big change for me.
I'm sure it was. That was Rocktos' follow-up question, but you just answered it, so we'll move on. Flying Grain Fourth, something like that, at least. Who is your inspiration growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like uh, growing up in Boston, there was a ton of good sports. I feel like I like to watch like Patrice Bergeron growing up, but also outside of hockey. I love the Boston Red Sox, so I really like watching Dustin Pedroia, who was a second baseman for the Red Sox for a long time, and um, I think he's a really good leader for the Red Sox, and someone who would always compete every night. So I definitely like him a ton, even though it's outside of hockey.
I'm a big Jays guy, so there's a bit of a rivalry
Okay,
there. But
yeah,
hey,
yeah, for
you
sure.
can't knock what Pedroia did with the Red Sox. He was a stud in the infield.
Yeah.
Okay, MTEL says a little bit of a lighter question here. Would you rather go ziplining with Cole Caufield or ATVing with Jake Evans?
Uh, I don't know. I think I'd pick ATV, just because I've never done it before. I've gone ziplining a couple times, and it's fun, but I feel like ATVing could be a new experience that could be a lot of fun too.
Are heights a concern for you, or you're all good with
No,
them?
no, no, I'm all good with them. Just looking to try something new.
All right, fair enough. Okay, Arctic Cat says, "What's your go-to pregame meal?"
Um, I, I usually just eat whatever they put out there for the team. So it's usually like either chicken and pasta or chicken and rice. Over here, it's been salmon or some type of like bolognese pasta. So I'm not really picky, but just try to get in like enough either pasta or rice to hold me over for a few hours.
Okay, have you tried any like typical Finnish meals or dishes or anything, or not really?
No, not really. I've heard reindeer's a big thing over here, but I haven't tried it yet, and I don't really know if I want to. There hasn't been great reviews on it. I feel like guys have said that steak's just a better option anyway.
Okay, I don't blame you there. Jojo asked, "Hi Sean, what would your dream car be?"
Oh, uh, I like Audis, so I think those like Audi, not sports cars, but like more of a sedan car would be nice. Gotta have something that can fit the hockey bag in it, but I think those cars still look really cool.
Fair enough. Anthony Catalano asks, "Hi Sean, really happy to have you with the Habs. Quick question: which current Habs player has an exceptional work ethic and inspires you to be the best version of yourself?"
Um, I mean, I think a lot of guys stick out, but definitely Nick Suzuki. I think he's a guy that just does everything the right way, and he's always working hard, whether it be practices or games, and he's someone that I look to and try to kind of emulate all the things he does on a daily basis.
I mean, it's a good answer. There's a reason why he's got the C on his jersey, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right, just a few more questions here. Habs Girl 1909 says, "Do you have any superstitions before games?"
Not really. I like to keep it pretty loose. So kind of just join in on whatever warm up the guys are doing. Here I've been getting in the team dynamic warm up and then getting on the ice. There's nothing crazy that I need to do.
All right. And when you first played at the Bell Center this year, was that your first time at the Bell Center? Had you toured it before? Had you played there for any other teams or no?
No, I've actually been to Montreal one other time in my life, which was probably when I was like 7 or 8 for a youth tournament, and uh, I don't remember it really at all. So to be back, it was like a whole new city for me. So it was cool to finally be in there. It's unlike any other rink I've ever played in. The fans are so awesome, so it was really cool.
And what do you think about just the facilities, the room, the lounge, all that's going on back there?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, everything with the organization's so first class, and I think the locker room's so cool being able to see the history and all the legendary players that have played for the Canadiens in the past. So I think everything is awesome here.
Yeah, it is certainly a great city to play hockey in.
Yeah.
Okay, Adrenaline 2028-12 says, "What's your favorite hobby outside of hockey?"
Uh, Probably say golf. That's what I spend most of my summer doing outside of training. I really like to play on the weekends with my dad, and sometimes play with a couple other of my buddies from back home.
Any hole in ones?
Yes, actually,
Really?
a couple summers ago. Yeah, it's like a 185 par three. And I didn't see it going originally, but we thought we had a chance, and then walked up, and yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, 185 is pretty deep for a par three.
Yeah,
Congrats on that. I mean, I've played enough
thank you.
golf, but I've only gotten like probably a foot away. But hopefully it'll come one day.
That'll come.
All right. Theta Smurf says, "What's your favorite kind of hockey stick?"
Um, Been using the Bauer, like vapors, whatever the newest model's been for the past probably 6 years. So I like those. I don't like to change much with it. So yeah, they've been good, pretty consistent. So yeah.
Based on your stats, I think they're working just fine. Doggles with Goggles says, "What's your favorite way to unwind during big games on the road?"
Um, Probably just I mean it's a little different in college. Like we just get right back on the bus and head back home. But yeah, I think usually just like to throw a show on or throw a movie on and try to get and tired enough where I can try to shut it down and go to bed.
Okay. Actually, in that, I guess it was, oh yeah, the last away game this season. If I'm not mistaken, you were sent up to the cockpit for landing. What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, I didn't expect it. They were kind of just like, "You can get take a look if you want." I was like, "Yeah, it'll be really cool." I was kind of hesitant at first. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like, but yeah, it was a cool experience. It was, got to see like the Statue of Liberty from above and the rest of the city. So I'm really lucky that it was in New York. I feel like that's one of the best places that could have been.
Yeah, that was actually my first trip with the team too. So it was quite the experience. And yeah, like you said, New York. I mean, we weren't in New York City, but still, it's still a good city to fly into. Okay, do you have any nicknames? We've heard Will Ferrell tossed out there. Is
Yeah, the guys in Montreal would usually just call me Will. Um, so took me a little bit to get used to. Guys would say Will, and I have no idea they were talking to me. Um, until I kind of got used to it once I was getting there. But usually people just call me like Farry or Farzy or sometimes just Farrell. So yeah, a bunch of pretty basic like hockey nicknames.
Yeah, we got another somewhat basic one here is from MTEL, nickname idea Browsy for his amazing eyebrows. And we also got a couple of fairies in the chat. So they are tossing out nicknames like no tomorrow. All right. French Vanilla is asking, have you tried poutine yet?
No, I haven't actually. I've yeah, no, I never have. I definitely will next time I'm back in Montreal. But I guess I just didn't really have the chance while I was there at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, look, I definitely recommend it as long as you're not skating anytime, soon after that, because
Yeah, right.
it is pretty heavy. Okay, Brighty is asking, what was your reaction when you found out you were going to play your first NHL game? Were you stressed, excited, proud?
Yeah, I feel like it's a mix of a lot of emotions. Definitely a lot of nerves, but also, really exciting. I mean, the proud part, I guess, doesn't really sink in right away because it's kind of like you don't even believe it. And I think for me, I was, kind of a lot of nerves, but also really excited and just trying to do my best to try to focus like shift by shift and um, kind of do my job out there. So yeah, it was really cool. And looking back on it, like as a goal I've wanted to accomplish my whole life, yeah, it's really amazing.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that was in Philadelphia. I believe we won that night too, eh? So it was a good start for you, and obviously you scored your very next game at the Bell Center. Okay, actually, we're gonna go with one last question from Sectar QC. What's your favorite video game?
I like playing NHL. We'd always play little tourneys and um, whatever we could back in the dorm room, and NHL was usually our go-to game for that.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that does wrap up the question period. But before we let Sean go, we do have a winner to announce, and we're going to let Sean do the honors. So, Sean, whenever you're ready.
Yep. The winner is Tatar.
All right, congratulations, Satari. You've won this Canadiens gold chain signed by multiple Habs players. So keep an eye on your whispers, and a Canadian staff member will be in touch with you shortly. So with that, it wraps things up. We'd like to say a huge thank you to Sean for taking the time to do this, and good luck at the rest of the tournament. Is there any last words you have for Habs fans?
Yeah. I mean, thanks for having me on first off, and really excited to get to back to Montreal whenever that is, and yeah, looking forward to next season.